Hey, Coach John here, and what I want to share with you in this video is the main problems that I've found that come from calorie counting. And not to say that calorie counting doesn't have some value to it and that it can't help you reach your goals, but realistically, by starting with a clean eating diet, more so a clean eating lifestyle like we do in the Whole30 challenge, is well, first of all, you avoid the main problems that calorie counting brings up. The first one of those is going to be the quality of your food. So I meet a lot of women that come from doing Weight Watchers, South Beach, maybe Atkins, or just counting calories in apps like MyFitnessPal, which may be exactly where you have been to this point. You may even be just journaling and writing things down. And the problem with that is, even if we're counting calorie by calorie to the T, well, first of all, that doesn't really factor in quality, because realistically, you could be eating the right amount of calories, but if the quality of your food is off, it makes a massive difference, and you essentially could be stalling out and or gaining weight even with the right calorie intake. Because a lot of it comes down to when we're eating, the types of foods we're eating, sort of like, when you time your carbohydrate intake. Are you eating your carbs late at night? Are you eating your carbs around your workouts? Because that will make a massive difference in the results you see on the scale and how your clothes fit. The other thing is the inaccuracy that can come with calorie counting, especially as you get into more processed products, but even natural products as well. Because like take fruit for example, right? So depending on when you get that fruit in its life cycle, the actual caloric makeup of an apple might vary by plus or minus 30 to 50 calories each way, depending on how old it is, how much preservatives are in it, those little things like that. So even calorie counting more natural foods versus processed foods, which have the same challenge when it comes to actually finding the exact amount of calories, can produce a variance in results. So if you don't have your quality in place, and B, you can't really necessarily solely depend on the accuracy of your calories, because there is really no telling if you are 100% accurate. So that brings us to our last point, which is long-term what happens, because realistically it's not logical for us to be attached to an application that we punch our foods in for every single meal for the rest of our lives. Sure, we can do that for spans of time, and it does help, don't get me wrong. It's a great tool to use, but you need to have it at the right place in your plan, okay? So that's why coming in with a complete Whole30 challenge is going to make all the difference, because realistically, you're gonna learn how to eat, right? As far as quality goes, portion goes, and then at the same time, you're going to be resetting your metabolism and all your hormones. So your body's going to start working for you as opposed to against you. So take those into factor when you think calorie counting is exactly where you start. Calorie counting later on can help really excel your journey with your food and your diet and lifestyle to get the really, really fine-tuned results if you're looking for a super low body fat percentage, or to drop another size that you're kind of stuck at. So keep that in mind, and go ahead and look for my next video where I share a little bit more information on what comes next with your Whole30 journey.